Hello. 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 is morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, everybody. How is it going? What's up and hello. My name is Endeavorance. It is Tuesday, January 28th? I'm right. There's a year in there somewhere, and there's a dog right here next to me, just off screen. There's the Snoot. Oh, there he is. There he is. So we're going to start, as always, apparently, as we must do, by giving the dog a treat so that he won't harass me all stream. So we're going to do that real quick, like. You'll be happy to know we've got the Flynn cam back. So let's get that on. Yeah. Okay. Come over here. All right. Let's get a treat for the boy, and then we'll say some hellos, and then we're going to catch a vibe. It's going to be a good stream. Here we go. So it's important and very good that we've got the Flynn cam back. You know, we've got the technology. You know, that's what we're here for. Perfect. Just munching and crunching. Just the best. 24/7 Flynn cam? I don't know. Do we have that kind of technology? Let's see. How's that? How's a double Flynn cam for you? Huh? How's that? A little bit of rejiggering of some of the positions of things, and now we get to have permanent Flynn cam, which is good, which is perfect. We need a separate 24/7 Flynn stream. I don't disagree. Also, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. I do need to get Flynn to be a like massive internet celebrity animal so that I can just stop having to do anything and just make money off of his existence, which I guess is what this stream is. Buddy, there he is. He's roaming around. Where are you going? Where are you going? Go get settled. Go get settled. Oh, okay. So we're sitting right behind the old chair. Yeah. That's a good spot, buddy. Yeah, I know. You're doing great. Good boy. Okay. So, how's it going, everybody? As I said, my name is Endeavorance. We are hanging out. We are streaming, and that's gonna be good. I'm gonna be coughing a bit throughout the stream. I am still coughing. It is very annoying. But hello to Jone Rose, who was the first to chat. Welcome in. Welcome in. We've got a couple of first-time chatters here. I'm seeing Doc Jin 3 says good morning. I see Blue Kazanate says good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Maddie Roller, welcome back. How is it going? Let's see. Any more first-time chats? Anyone need a greeting? Okay, well then, for the rest of you, what's up? How you doing? How you doing? Oh no, nervous for Flynn's tail? He's fine, don't worry. I am aware, and this does not move very much. This chair does not move very, very quickly. He loves to just park himself in the worst possible spaces where he's going to like absolutely get like bonked if anything moves, and then he gets all upset when it happens, and it's like, I don't know what you expected. Like, this is like the worst possible place that you could be. He loves to just be like underfoot near a table. He doesn't beg for food or scraps or anything, but he'll just be underfoot while you're trying to like maneuver around the kitchen or something, just because he wants to be there and doesn't realize he's in the way. But we love the boy. We love him very, very much, don't we, Flynn? Don't you love the boy, Flynn? Flynn loves the boy very much. Let's see. Thank you to the people who have followed. Also, I should give you a call out. So hi Kibby Cat, hi Blue Kazanate, hi Melancholy Junker, hi Mumbling Compsci. That's all Compsci. Hello.
Peace, stars.
Working on it.
For an elder is among us.
Damn, Shay resubbed at 19 months. We've got, I'm gonna have to like increase the like cutoff for what's considered an elder, because we're approaching like 2 years now. Although maybe I can make like some kind of rank above elder. But thank you so much, Shay. That's 19 months. That's bazonkers town. Hello to Zelen Jack Art. Hello to King Arctics. And hello to Dead Roboto. Welcome in everyone who's new to the stream. You've accidentally stumbled into just like the best community on the internet. And I don't apologize for that. Anyway, I've got tea with me today. The tea today is it's the same as last time, actually. It's the Sage's Gate. I'm still trying to reduce my caffeine intake. I'm still working on tempering down how much coffee I have in the morning. So this is an uncaffeinated tea because I've already reached my caffeine allotment for the day. But at least it's delicious still. Like, it's still extremely, extremely, extremely good. Anyway, y'all, I wanna just take a quick moment and say, holy damn, hot, yo damn, holy hot, and damn. I'm approaching 20,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is crazy. Like, that has been my, like, number in my head that I'm like, okay, if I hit this number, I can like start feeling more comfortable on YouTube, and we're approaching it, which is wild. Like, I'm having trouble wrapping my mind around it. Like, I know I have far more of a following on TikTok, but I've been like really trying to build up my YouTube channel, and I'm like really shifting my focus to make it my primary focus now. But like, I don't know, it feels so much different. TikTok followers are meaningful to some degree, but also because of just the nature of TikTok followers and like how you're doing are not really one-to-one. I know it's the same for YouTube, but it's less of a problem on YouTube. It's less of a disconnect. But like, I've had just like one-on-one conversations with mutuals of mine who have millions of followers on TikTok and are having trouble breaking 1,000 views. And they're like, yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck to do. Like, why this is happening. YouTube is a very, very different beast from TikTok, but it has been so refreshing to be able to have, one, more time to work on stuff, like more time in the video itself. Two, more ability to actually engage with people in the comments. I can actually write complete thoughts as opposed to having to like crunch down all of my thoughts into what, like 100 characters or whatever they allow on TikTok. And then of course being able to like link to things. I can link to things. I can reference a website and then put a link in the description, and I can say that and people can click on the link and I don't get punished for it. That's a thing. If you're not aware, on TikTok, if you drive traffic off of the app by telling your audience to go follow a link, to go check out your profile elsewhere or whatever, the algorithm punishes that video. That's why they never work. It doesn't have as much to do with like name dropping another platform. It has to do with driving traffic off of the app. So as always, I would recommend, if you want to support a creator who's like, hey, follow me elsewhere, scroll a few videos first, maybe get to an advertisement before you leave the app to go follow them. It will make a difference, and it's obnoxious that you have to know this. Let's see. Shay has to go to an appointment. Good luck with your appointment. I hope it goes very, very, very well. Tomatoes has been enjoying new tea, cherry blossom green tea. Amazing. Oh, I need to get that one. That sounds very, very good. For those who are not aware, I have a partnership with Many Worlds Tavern. They are a coffee and tea company that is like, one, really good people. It's like 3 folks who are just doing good shit. 2, make gorgeously designed like artwork for all of their products. And also, they contribute to inclusivity in gaming initiatives. So like queer inclusive gaming spaces and whatnot. Which is super, super cool. So you can actually feel good about getting extremely tasty tea that has really gorgeous artwork. So definitely check it out. It's Yuke who says, yo, the funny crowbar truth man is actually a real person, guys.
Oh.
I don't know. One, I don't know what truth is. And two, what crowbar? Peter Pan 32, thank you for the follow. Welcome in, welcome in. How is it going? Overreacting says, cherry blossom green tea from where? Yeah, it's Many World Tavern. They are really cool folks. Really, really cool. Blue says, I came from TikTok. I found you on Blue Sky and realized you have Twitch, so naturally followed. Well, thank you. Thank you so very much. Blue Sky has also been a very welcome experience. I was really hesitant on Blue Sky for a while, and I remain more faithful to Mastodon than Blue Sky, and unfortunately, they're kind of competitors right now. But what I won't deny is that Blue Sky is where the vast majority of people that are interested in my content and want to be on a Twitter-like platform, that is where most of them have landed. And having just direct communication access to all y'all is so refreshing. Because again, like, I can put something out and get feedback or chat with y'all or engage or whatever immediately. It's almost like a reverse chronological timeline is all anybody wanted. But on TikTok, I put something out and I have no idea how many of my followers are going to see it. I have no idea when they're going to see it. And it's just, half the time it just flops anyway. So it's very difficult to reliably reach the people who want to see my stuff on TikTok. So I'm really excited about this pivot to focusing on YouTube and also having access to folks on Blue Sky and whatnot. Peter Pan says, I am also love Blue Sky. How is Mastodon? Mastodon, so, okay. Mastodon is another attempt. Well, it was a prior attempt. It existed before Blue Sky to do like an open source social media system. And it follows a federated approach, which means that there's a bunch of individual communities that are all their own Mastodon communities that then interconnect and intercommunicate. And none of them are owned by any one corporation. They're all owned by the communities themselves. Think like subreddits, but instead of them all being hosted on Reddit, they're all on a bunch of different custom websites that each individual community wholly owned top to bottom. And that's a really cool model because it gives you a lot of power to organize communities and curate your community to be exactly how you want it to be. The problem that it comes with is that it's not install this one app and sign up for this one thing and you're done. Like, you have to kind of understand that structure. And so Blue Sky was like, we're going to do something similar, but we're going to do it differently, and it won't be compatible with Mastodon. But what they did nail is the like onboarding experience. It just feels like a normal social media app. You just sign up and use it. So yeah, if you're on Blue Sky and you're not like looking for more social media apps, I wouldn't recommend checking out Mastodon just yet. But if you're curious on what a like fully non-corporate social media network would be like, that's Mastodon currently. Because Blue Sky is still VC funded, to be clear. Blue Sky is like open and non-profit, I think, but it's VC funded still. At the end of the day, they only exist because of a ton of money being given to them by venture capitalists. So many bot followers on Blue Sky, but it's an okay trade-off for now. I mean, the bots are just bad everywhere right now. GamePlayer6969, nice, says, have you played Deep Rock Galactic? And if so, are you going to do gaming videos on it, or is gaming not your thing? I love gaming. I have not played Deep Rock Galactic. Is that the which one's that one? The Rock and Stone or whatever? I haven't played that game. I know people like it, but yeah, not even sure what it is, honestly. I just know it exists. What is the best way to discover more communities on Mastodon? I actually find that Mastodon has a cool feature where you can follow a hashtag, and that hashtag, like all the posts for that hashtag will show up in your feed. So if there's a topic that you like, you can follow the hashtag as opposed to following a person, and you kind of like build up your timeline that way, which is pretty cool. Mastodon is the Linux of social networks. Yeah, and the problem that I've got right now, and this is an ongoing discussion in the world of Mastodon, but Mastodon has so much potential and is honestly being held back by the like social expectations of the people who are currently there, who don't want to acknowledge that it's unreasonable to expect everyone to be a computer expert to use software. Like, there are people on Mastodon who are like, no, don't make it more accessible, and it's annoying. But anyway, I'm gonna move on. I've talked about Mastodon a lot recently on stream, so I do love it very much, and it's where I consider like my primary social home. But Blue Sky is where the vast majority of my like moment-to-moment engagement is happening right now. A long time ago, Ribbit Rabbit Roll wanted me to hydrate, so let me do that. I'm way behind on that. Whoops. And I'm going to fix the dog cam. Hold on. Beautiful. Perfect. We got the Flynn cam. Everything's nice. We're all cozy. We're doing good. Excellent. My main issue with Mastodon, which isn't fixable by design, is that if you get a link to a Mastodon post, you can't like it unless it's the same server as you. Otherwise, you need to log in. You need to find it in your logged in instance. That is a huge problem, for sure. Absolutely, 100%. There's a Chrome extension that will auto reroute you back to your home server, but yeah, it's not a good experience right now. That's the problem. Like, Mastodon definitely has user experience problems that are not that are too much of a hassle, and people don't want hassle. They just want to connect to people. That's it. It's almost like the internet should be a thing that people can use reasonably. Also, hi, how's it going? Puts on house coat and slippers. Thank you, Dead Roboto. It's important to wear the slippers to respect this home, he said with his slippers like visibly in the background, not on my feet. OnlyFlins? I've considered doing an OnlyFans to just post pictures of like Flynn or like fans or something. But the problem is that I feel like that's kind of an overdone joke at this point. The like OnlyFans that's not actually nudes. So. Got them piggies out in the open? No, I do not. I've got socks on, not only because it is cold, but also because I don't want to accidentally get booted off of Twitch. Ever since I learned that you can get booted off of Twitch for showing toes, no, not taking that risk. Y'all are too thirsty. Y'all made feet illegal on the internet. Why would you do this? It's people. Feet is just people, and you made it so that feet isn't allowed. Congrats. You can? What? Yeah, like you're not allowed to show feet. It's like considered pornographic material, I guess. So like if your feet appear on screen, they have to be like be socked. Gonna take that away from my stream ideas now. Oh, a foot stream? Feet are gross. Please keep them covered, please and thanks. Look. Here, okay, I don't understand. First of all, my feet, immaculate. Second of all, I don't understand foot fetishes. Let me back up. I'm not yucking foot fetishes. I want to be very clear about that. It's just so not my thing that I forget that it's a lot of people's thing. And I forget that it's like a very common thing. So I'm just like, I don't know. I always forget about it. And then I'm like, oh yeah, feet. People are weird about feet. I mean, technically, we titties are just people parts too. Yeah, but those are jiggly. Counterpoint. Jiggly and round. Soft. Pillowy. Bouncy. Like, that's my counterpoint. You know? Does that make sense? Why naked feet on airplanes? Oh God, who has naked feet on airplanes? No. Absolutely not. Please no. Very common. Did I miss something? I mean, common as far as the internet goes. Die Hard has naked feet on airplanes? Well then, no. Never again. Never once. I remember seeing a video somebody posted on TikTok where it was like a person's dirty ass feet that they were sticking up on the like armrest on this person's chair from behind them on an airplane. Crimes against humanity. Any removal of shoes on planes is bad, right? Even with socks. If you got stank feet, I don't want that. I don't need that. But I understand if you're on like a very long plane ride and you know the dogs are howling. I get it. But also keep them dogs in the doghouse. That's all I'm saying. Let's move on from we were talking about like nerdy social networking topics, and now we're talking about people's dirty feet on airplanes. So maybe we move towards like a slightly more engaging topic that's not as narrow and disgusting. I guess this is my fault as the person who is the streamer, but oops. From Mastodon to Toes, classic. Look. DeepSeek? Sure, yeah, we can talk about that. Actually, yeah, I would love to talk about that. Siliconsole, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Hey, so, whoa. If you're not aware, DeepSeek is everyone's talking about this, so you're probably aware. But DeepSeek is a open source, Chinese-built AI model that rivals the flagship offering from OpenAI and ChatGPT in every category. It was made using weaker chips because the US put sanctions on China to reduce the chip availability for them. So instead of like competing directly, they did research and figured out how to work around those limitations, and they made a more efficient AI model. Then they released it open source and published their findings. And now, now they have wiped, it was like over $2 trillion from the US financial market in a day. Like, Nvidia dropped $600 billion in value yesterday. Billion. That's how overinflated they were. Basically, all of these companies had wild amounts of just like extra cash that it's just been a slush fund. Like AI in Silicon Valley has just been basically a slush fund. They can do whatever the hell they want. Someone very correctly pointed out that Sam Altman, the head of OpenAI, Sam Altman's car cost more money than it did to train DeepSeek's model. So they've got some fucking explaining to do. But yeah, the model itself is more efficient, it's better at answers, and it uses less energy per query, and it's also open source and MIT licensed. So here's some wild shit that they're all trying to throw out to get you to stop using it because they're terrified that they've just been absolutely trounced by this random research firm in China. So first they were like, DeepSeek happened because of DEI. Like first they tried to take we've been hiring too many women and brown people, and that is why China is now ahead, because we didn't have enough singular focus on white tech bros doing everything. No, fell apart immediately. So then they tried to say, don't use it, it's China and they steal all your data. To which people have pointed out, they released it as a free open source model, and they released it as a free open source model, and you can host it yourself without having any connection to China whatsoever. You can host it offline entirely. And because it's open source and MIT licensed, you can change the parameters around it. So the last thing that they keep people saying, you just did it, you just did the meme, Dead Roboto, you just did the meme. Everyone's like, Tiananmen Square, asking about Tiananmen Square. Literally any time that you bring up Chinese technology, someone mentions Tiananmen Square. Like, you can't ask it about Tiananmen Square. It's an open source model. You can remove the safeguards. And so Perplexity has just recently integrated it already and removed the safeguards. You can ask it about Tiananmen Square. It's just that the hosted version of it, like the ChatGPT interface that's hosted in China by a Chinese company, is adhering to Chinese censorship laws. So like, yeah. Like every time this happens, someone's like, but Tiananmen Square though. I'm like, and so I've started like preempting that with like, but how will we know what happened at Tiananmen Square if we can't possibly ask this thing? It's every time. People just freak out and point to that. And I think it's honestly a really busted approach. And I agreed with that sentiment until like relatively recently. But like, yes, you can always say like, oh, don't say anything bad about Xi Jinping, or don't ask about Tiananmen Square because it's not going to come up in the search results or whatever.
Sounds like propaganda to me.
Crayley says, can you give a few sentence recap about Tiananmen Square? Yeah, the Chinese government massacred a bunch of peaceful protesters, like ran them over with tanks and shit. It was egregious and terrible and a horrific assault on their own population. Similar to what the US has done multiple times. People will point out that the US doesn't censor necessarily discussing those horrific incidents, right? Like, we have bombed our own citizens. We've supported race riots to prevent black people from establishing too much of an economic foothold. These are just things that have happened in US history. And you can look it up and whatnot. It's not really taught in schools, but you can look it up in America. But that's because they don't care. They don't care if you know. That's not what they're afraid of. They're not afraid of you knowing that happened. They don't care, because what the fuck are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? So like, yeah, we can't yes, we can look up Tiananmen Square, we can look up all these things, but our police are more well funded than most countries' militaries. And so like, what the fuck are we going to do? Literally, we can't do anything. At least not physically. The only way we can really fight anything is with economic violence. What's the Chinese AI call? It's called DeepSeek. It's not a secret or anything. It's like the #1 app on the App Store right now. Like, this isn't like a secret underground thing. It is a massive world-shifting moment in like technology economics. It's crazy. Again, they released an open source model. This company is not backed by any huge company. The company, like the research company that made DeepSeek, is backed by a hedge fund, like a dude who had a hedge fund, and he was like, I am a nerd. Let's invest a bunch of money into just researching AI without like worrying about returns. And so they did that. They released the open source thing. It doesn't have any backing from massive corporations like ByteDance or Tencent, and it just trounced the US. Like, the US was just like, we're gonna do all this, we're gonna dump $500 billion into AI, and then we got embarrassed like the next day. And so they wiped like $2.5 trillion off of the market yesterday, just from overinflated AI company prices. Overreaction says lots of students, I believe. Yeah, it was a bunch of protesting students, and they like brutally destroyed them. It's really, really, really bad. It's where that famous Tank Man image comes from. It's not like they trained it that way. It's a safeguard post-process, because that's how you guarantee it doesn't bypass, so you can just turn that off. Yeah, the AI is been told like, don't badmouth China, but then if you just download it yourself, you can remove that instruction. It's not a thing. Alex09209 SSD says, bro, I got a question. Can you do a backflip? I cannot. That's the answer to your question. I've asked and answered. I got you. Crayley says, we also have federal laws superseding our rights in the name of, quote, national security, so how are we better than China? Rhetorical. Yeah. I know it's rhetorical, but I'm also going to use that as a jumping off point to say, yeah, like, the argument that like oh, China bad, you know, they censor things, etc. The United States is as bad in just different ways, right? Like, you're not going to be like literally censored. You're not going to be, well, you will be literally censored. You're not going to be prevented from being able to post something on the internet and then sent to jail for what you post on the internet in most cases. But you will be tracked and eventually taken out if you become a legitimate threat. It's not like they actually let you get away with whatever the fuck you want here. MLK. Like, The government killed MLK. Like, we know this. It's not like when someone gets a little too inconvenient, they put it down. Can you try to do a backflip? No, I cannot try to do a backflip. Mostly because I am actively trying to recover from a strained shoulder injury, and the last thing that I should do is make that worse. Because I'm really trying to get back to the gym, because I really need to bulk the fuck up, because there's a lot of Nazis what need punching. Let's see. I saw a question earlier that it seems like it's being replied to now about the energy usage for DeepSeek versus OpenAI. Uncivilized Dan says, I looked up some papers on it, and apparently it uses about 10% of the water resources as ChatGPT for equal or better performance. Yeah, so what they did was make a more efficient thing. Like, they were dealing with a sanction that was preventing them from getting the chips that they needed to just replicate what OpenAI is doing. And they couldn't do that. So instead they were like, well, we'll figure out how to work with less efficient or less big boy chips. And so they made a more efficient system. So yeah, it undercuts the electricity usage and water usage quite a bit. And I was reading about this. I haven't made a video about this yet, but I was, hold on. Detainer wants me to hydrate. Thank you. Done. There's a thing happening right now. AI data centers require so much energy. And I know that everybody's talking about how, like, you know, the water usage for AI and whatnot, but they use so much energy and they're drawing in so much power that it is disrupting the energy supply in surrounding areas around AI data centers, which is to say you're getting worse electricity. Think about electricity flowing through power lines as like waves on a beach, right? And let's just say like there's like consistent waves happening. What the AI data centers are basically doing is just riding a jet ski along the surf and just creating a million additional waves and causing a bunch of problems and turbulence in this water. And now all of like the sea creatures and whatnot that depend on a like expected tide are getting screwed. And we are those sea creatures and the tide is electricity. This analogy kind of got out of hand real fast. But the point is, these data centers are drawing so much power that they're making electricity worse for us somehow, which is crazy. Crayley says the government killed the leader of the Black Panthers too, asleep in his bed next to his pregnant partner. Yeah, it's almost like American government is very, very not good. It's wild. It is wild to me how many other states the US government tries to tell people to be afraid of while doing the most objectively evil shit imaginable, just throughout all of history. And then they're like, oh, but you should be mad at China and all these other places. Not that China has a wonderful human rights track record, but we don't have a leg to stand on. Ashley says, I gotta break the number one rule of blind canes, which is I will use my blind cane to hurt a Nazi. Put tape a razor blade on the end. Just a small one. Overreacting says, I'm going to a concert on Sunday and was asked to not wear my husband's shirt that says punch more Nazis. The friends I'm going with are minorities, so I understand and respect not bringing more attention to us. Yeah, there's a lot of, especially liberals around me right now who are like doing very, liberal hashtag resistance stuff. And they're posting like love Trump's hate signs or whatever on in their yard. And like, cool, good, great, awesome. We are so far past that. And also that's just like a really great way to identify yourself as someone that they should target should they start patrolling neighborhoods. So please be careful about that. Like, punch Nazis, but don't go out seeking confrontation. That's not what we're doing here, and that's dangerous. And yeah. So, yeah. Like, God, the whole cute winter boots thing. Oh my God. Like people just, oh my God. I posted a video on TikTok about how like you shouldn't use public major social media platforms like Discord or Reddit to organize. And immediately everyone starts commenting of cute winter boots. And I'm like, you're doing exactly the thing that I just said not to do. Like the cute winter boots thing on TikTok is a really poor code word to talk about like hashtag resistance stuff. And like, it's maddening. It's maddening. Like people are not getting the message. Like you're not starting the revolution in the comment section of a TikTok video. That is not going to happen. Stop it. Like every fucking week I get tagged in 2 or 3 new general strike websites, and someone thinks that they're organizing a general strike by just picking a day and making a Facebook event. And it's like, that's not how anything works. Please stop. Your heart is in the right place, but dear God, go find someone who knows what they're doing and work with them instead. There's this like wild concept that it's especially bad in the world of tech, where they think that they can like come up with solutions that no one's ever thought of before, like making a fucking Facebook event to do a general strike, as if that's gonna do anything. God. I was losing my mind right before Christmas when they were like, we're gonna do a 2-day blackout. Nobody go on social media for 2 days around Christmas. Like, what? I can't think of a more convenient way to pretend that you're doing something. I'm getting a little mean here, but like, I am so tired of like people trying to find ways to like opt out of having to actually do something, but get credit for having done something. It's very, very irritating. I also got called ableist for my video about how it's important to do actual like capital O organization in person. Someone was like, let's not be ableist now. There are some people who have MS and can't get around. And I'm like, okay. What? Like my point is that you shouldn't be organizing illegal activity on public social media sites. And you're telling me it's ableist to say that, like, oh my God. Like, obviously I didn't imply the inverse of, and therefore, if you can't get out and about, you're worthless. Like, to be super, super clear, disability is a function of capitalism. The concept of disability only exists because capitalism creates a concept of disabled, and any meaningful leftist movement includes disabled and queer people. That is just how it is, and like, I'm tired of having to qualify things, I guess. I wish people would just understand, like, these are all table stakes. Where are the strike funds, the food banks, the picket line coordinators, etc.? Yeah, that's you don't just like wake up one day and do a general strike. That's just not how it works. And again, like, I will just say again, the US police force is more well equipped and more well funded than most militaries. So like, even if people did try to do a general strike, they will send the cops and National Guard in to force people to work if it becomes a national security issue, which a general strike is a national security issue. So general strikes also start when massive unions work together and coordinate one. Like, a general strike happens when like the Teamsters and a bunch of other unions get together and throw their weight around because of that danger, because they're gonna send in cops to force you to get back to work. That's just how labor movements go. Like, that's what the Pinkertons were, and the cops are just Pinkertons plus plus. So you gotta like really, really actually listen to people who are not even me. Like, I am not a professional activist who knows how to organize. I'm not. I just know that I know from my own experience that there are professional activists who know how to organize, and I will look to them instead of assuming that I know what to do, because I've learned this the hard way, that sure, I may be educated, sure, I may have like a skill set that is like lucrative and whatnot, and I may have a talent that I'm really good at, which is computer programming and talking at a camera a little bit, but that doesn't make me good at everything I ever do, and that doesn't make me an expert in anything except for those things specifically. So like, I wouldn't presume to go perform surgery on someone. I'm not going to presume to go organize a revolution, you know? That's the whole it takes a village thing, right? Like that's why it takes a village. You need people who are good at a whole bunch of different things. And a lot of those things aren't going to seem like they make a lot of sense that you want somebody to be like good at, right? Like we need people who can sew to help make clothing and help patch stuff up and help to like keep people warm. We need people, we need pharmacists. We need trained like people with weapons training and with like martial arts training, but we also need people with medical training, and we need people who are educators and all sorts of stuff. So anyway, the main thing that I hope comes out of all of this that I think is more likely than revolution, I don't think revolution is likely in our lifetime. I hope people really establish a local community and like really find a sense of safety among their locality. And I know that not everybody can do that because there's a lot of people who are surrounded by very hostile neighbors. But there's still more people than just your immediate neighbors, and there's, you know, nearby towns and whatnot. Just establishing community and knowing that like maybe there's somebody within a half hour who can come meet up with you in case of emergency, like that is a huge deal. That is a big win over I'm screwed, you know? Oh no, the Pinkertons got updates. Yeah, you gotta check out those Pinkerton patch notes because they get buffed all the time. Curly says there's also real importance in learning the tactics in infiltrating and undermining groups in order to keep an eye out for it happening in your groups. Yeah, like anyone who's doing the cute winter boots thing or saying join my Discord server is just like saying, hey feds, here's a list of everyone that you should be tracking. Like don't do that. There was also that gay dude who infiltrated the Proud Boys and like leaked a whole bunch of their internal communication. That was pretty rad. Incandescent Writer says, literally got a book on learning how to stitch. Oh, that's sick. Hell yeah. Site91 says, activism is so terrifying in all ways. Getting over that fear is a huge step too. You're so right. Thank you. Yeah, like it's not comfortable. But you know what else is not comfortable? The direction that we're going in this world right now. We've got some new followers. Hello to... where did I stop? Alex09209 SSD, welcome in. Fally Masaki, welcome in. Barq No Bite, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. And a ripe apple. I almost said Airy P Apple. Airy P Apple, welcome in. How's it going? Hello, hello. Hello, Dusty. How's it going? Fascism is not comfortable. Yeah. I mean, like, it's not gonna be easy, and it's not gonna get easier, but we can at least try to keep our heads straight. Drew Cypher says, I work in IT, OPSEC, and cybersecurity is often forgotten in modern political movements, and I don't understand how people forget that bit. It's because the truth is the vast majority of people who are like trying to do all this or commenting on stuff are not serious. And I don't like if I just said that and somebody hears that and you're thinking like, oh, but that's mean to me, like I'm serious, like I'm probably not talking about you. There's a lot of people who are just basically locked in doom scrolling and aren't ready to do anything but that, but want to feel like they're doing something still. And a lot of those people are just uninformed and don't know what they're doing and don't understand how to handle what they're feeling, which is sad, and they need somebody to help them out. But a lot of them are in a place where it's not an imperative. It is just a guilt or a confusion of how could this happen here? I can't believe it got so bad, etc., etc. The people who are in direct danger are the ones that are likely taking it more seriously. What are we talking about? Dusty says stuff that's happening. Yeah, more or less. Currently we're on, what are we even talking about right now? Currently we're on like activism and like armchair activism versus like actually going out and doing stuff. Sipe says, yeah, they think social media activism is all there is and there's so much more out there. Yeah, like social media activism doesn't really do much except for like sometimes helps with visibility of a given topic. But like, remember that Remember that, like, if those kinds of protests worked, we would still have abortion rights federally. And, like, trans people wouldn't have just been ejected from the military. And maybe there would be some sort of common sense gun laws to help children not be shot up at schools. Like, we've had record-breaking protests for all of those subjects. And here we are. Because, like, they are meaningful insofar as displays of solidarity. They are meaningful insofar as making it clear that it's not taboo to hold these views, to hold the view of it's okay to have compassion be your driving force. But the problem is that they are still playing within the bounds that has been set up for them, and those bounds are specifically there to ensure that lasting, meaningful change does not happen, at least not too fast. At the very best, it makes a, like, momentary step in the right direction, which is cool and kind of all we have, but still disappointing. Why do you have a grill in your room? I don't have a grill in my room. Do I have a grill in my room? Wait. Am I about to cook us up some ribs? Hot damn. I didn't know. I genuinely don't know what object you think is a grill. The ball thing? Oh, yeah, no, it's a globe with a chess set inside. It was a gift. It was a gift from somebody who asked what I like, and someone told them that I like gaming, and so they got me a chess set globe thing, and sure. I don't really play chess, but sure. The globe under your mic? Yeah. For wake up bacon, I had a turkey club with candied bacon yesterday. Oh my goodness. Very, very, very good. It's a mimic. Brickatech says, I'm currently working on my city build that I've been working on in Bricadia. Is that another, like, Minecraft-y kind of game? If you're making ribs, I want some, says Ashley. I have not made ribs in a very long time. I haven't had ribs in a very long time. I fucking love ribs. I mean, the world is on fire, so you might be able to cook a hot dog on it. Yo, hot dog cooked on a stick over a campfire is peak. It is just pinnacle. It is so good. Epic failure says the difference I can make having children is less because I can't risk my personal safety and ability to come home to the difference I can make having children is less because I can't risk my personal safety and ability to come home to them, so I'm not always trying to find other ways to support causes that I feel I need to be a part of. I think I understand what you're saying, but I don't know 100% actually. I kind of got lost about halfway through. Campfire hot dog. God, we love campfires. I love campfires here. A Ripe Apple says, by the way, everything you say, I'm somehow going to drag it back to the Holocaust. I hope not. I say a lot of things, and the vast majority of them have nothing to do with the Holocaust. Attain says, I want camp vibes back. We're on camp vibes. This light setup is actually the camp vibes light setup. It's just not the on-screen stuff, too. Hydrate, I can do that. The frame. I'm trying to go simpler. I'm specifically trying to make my stream simpler and less like stuff going on. I'll probably bring back more flair and flourish, but for now I'm just trying to keep it simple so that it's a little easier for me to just like go live randomly. But yeah, we'll see. Not entirely sure all of what I'm going to be bringing back, but I do want to bring back the dice rolls. That will be happening. I might even like build that on stream at some point. We shall see. Are you bald? Yeah, I shaved my head. It's fucking rad. You should do it too. I mean, it's real clean. It does look slick. Thank you. It's kind of like I'm still just experimenting with how I want all of it to work, but we'll see. I would love to know how AI has to do with that. Has to do with what? Nasty Creep says, listening to this at work while cataloging HR files from the 1930s and heard Holocaust. Huh? I don't really know. I'm unclear. So the console says, I started shaving my head right before all the negative temps went. Oh, God. Yeah. Whoo! Shaving your head is great. And also, you get really cold. Like, you get really cold. You don't realize how much warmth your hair traps onto your head. It's whack. It's nice in the summer when you're walking around, you got that cool breeze keeping you nice and chill. But when it is cold out, when there's a too cool of a breeze, an icy breeze on that scalp, far too cold. Far too cold. Please excuse me for just a moment. I am going to take a quick step away. I'm going to throw on an ad break because that helps. So I apologize that you're going to get ads, but I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. We're going to hang out, chat some more, and then I might play some like Paleo or something later on. I will be right back. Here we go. Beef. Okay. Oh, wow. A ripe apple. Fuck off. Terrible. Get out of here. Piece of shit. We're all going to forget you exist. Bye-bye. I'm going to clear my chat history because that is just completely unacceptable. Hello. I am very sorry. I was getting bad vibes from that person. I was not super thrilled with things they were saying to begin with. And then they just did that to try to be edgy, presumably. Anyway, they're gone forever. We are going to forget they exist and we move forward. Yeah. Posted those city images in the video games channel in your Discord. Made it myself. What do you think of it? Let's see. Video games. Oh my God, that's a lot of pictures. What is? I don't know what is Brickitect. This is new to me. I will give you an assessment when I'm able to actually understand what I'm looking at, but I currently don't know what I'm looking at. So I can't actually give you an opinion because I don't know what it is. Sorry. Very sorry. Yeah, I'll take a look. I'll have to take a look later on, but what is Brickitect? Here, let's pull that. Let's learn something here today together. Open up a thing. What's the game called? It's not Brickitect. It's Blocktopia. Nope, that's Home of Crypto. It says it's not Blocktopia. Brickadia, very similar. Brickadia. Home. Look at this man. He's got a thing. Okay, so it's Legos. That's cool. Shit looks rad. Damn. Heck yeah, fellow Kagi user. Yeah, Kagi's great. Kagi is Kagi's really nice because of the like ridiculous amounts of customization. I very, very, very much appreciate that. Vivaldi Vivaldi browser and Kagi search engine. Look, I'm as nerd as they come. I don't know what to tell you. It doesn't get much nerdier than this here boy. Like, you know how I just cleared my chat? I'm SSH'd into a remote server and ran a SQL query to delete the chat history. Like, that is the level of dweeb that we are on this stream. Are you using Arch though? No, I'm on Windows right now. I need to figure out, does anybody here have Windows 10? Or sorry, 11? And should I really be avoiding it like the plague? Because I'm avoiding it like the plague. And I just don't want to have to upgrade to Windows 11 if I don't absolutely have to. Like, I'm considering just swapping out this computer to be a Linux computer instead. Just like install, I don't know, like SteamOS or something. Hello, Gina. How is it going? Welcome in. It's good to see you. Or see your message. See a message from you. How's it going? Everybody, welcome in Gina. Gina is the single greatest. End of sentence. Gina's the single greatest. Neurospicy Dumpster Fire says, I've used Windows 11 and it was terrible. I've heard a lot of mixed stuff about it. MS will drop support for Windows 10 in October. They can pull the Windows 10 support from my cold dead hands. Drucifer says, I deleted my Windows 11 install and I'm using Pop! OS currently. Windows 11 is fine if you are fine with it being Windows and Microsoft AI. That's the thing. Like, I don't want that. I don't want Microsoft's like increasing levels of bullshit in here. And also, Microsoft is now apparently one of the front runners to potentially buy TikTok. So it's like Microsoft or Oracle are the two expected companies that we're looking at that might purchase TikTok. So like, London Faye, hello. Says a little birdie told me you were live. That little birdie is in my employment. I have a flock of birds that do my bidding, so I'm glad. Which one was it? Gina says, I'm on a small break between clients and working on a new clip. Ooh, is it gonna tear my heart out like all the other ones? Windows 11 forces their AI on you and it's worse than Cortana. Oh my God, I forgot about Cortana. Dear Lord. Hello. Windows 11 is only decent with Start 11. Is that like a start menu replacement? Hello, Lunar Waffles. I dropped my pen because your name is so good. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. And also, welcome in yesterday. You worked with little birds? I loved you in Game of Thrones. Yeah, I'm actually a large eunuch man. Or person, I guess, who is a spy master. I would be such a good spy. I'd be a terrible spy master. Oh my God, I would get distracted constantly. But what is a spy master aside from someone who's just really into the tea? I would make a great spy master. Gina says this one's more concerning than heart-wrenching. Are you caught up? I am not caught up to the most recent episode, although I have heard Brennan Lee Mulligan fucked things up pretty good in a good way. Nervous Spicy Dumpster Fire says I'm going to be buying my work laptop and it will have Windows 11 on it. We'll see how it goes. I just want my computer to run programs. And that's it. I don't want my computer to have built-in AI bullshit. I don't want my computer to have advertisements. I don't want my computer to have fucking like sponsored app tiles and notifications that tell me I should check out the latest features in Microsoft Edge. I literally just want my computer to turn on and do the things that I tell it to do. Can we stop with this? Like, Google started this whole trend of trying to get ahead of what the user might want. They were like way back, actually, when I was at Google, they were working on Google Now, which is now evolved into Google Assistant at this point. But Google Now was supposed to be a thing that preempts what you want. It shows you information that you didn't even know you wanted. And now everyone's trying to do that, and it's terrible always. Like, it's always bad. My computer is not going to like know what I like my computer is not a precog, and I don't always want the same things. Gina says, "Yep, this is a Bleem plus Gina clip." Ooh, okay. This is how I feel about phones. I need one soon. I don't want a life with AI 100% of the time. So I will say a lot of people are freaking out about Apple Intelligence on iOS and like how it's like always running in the background, like reading all your data and whatnot. Apple Intelligence is fucking dog shit. Let's be clear about that. Like, Apple Intelligence is an embarrassingly bad product that Apple should be paying for a long time. It has been the worst rollout. It is terrible. There's a blog post recently from like an Apple fanboy, like a guy whose whole blog is just loving Apple. And he put out a post recently being like, Apple Intelligence is fucking terrible. And he did an experiment with his friend where they asked old and new Siri who won each Super Bowl. And the new Siri was only right like 20% of the time. So I don't know how it gets worse, but it does. But a lot of people are freaking out because they're seeing that the like Apple Intelligence settings give it like hooks into everything on your phone. You are 100% well within your rights and correct to want to turn that off. Go for it. You can turn it off, which is nice. But Apple Intelligence, and I am not saying this because we should not question Apple. We should question Apple. But Apple Intelligence, excuse me, part of why it's so shitty is because it all stays on your phone. It all is private to your phone. And like all the information and whatnot is stored securely on your phone and does not go to Apple servers, except for certain situations where it does. And they have like been very loud about making a like secure cloud environment or whatever. They're at least kind of trying, but no one asked for this. Like, no one wants AI things built in. Like, great, I can rewrite my text messages to sound more formal. Cool, you can summarize my notifications, which by definition have like a maximum number of letters that they can display at a time. So that's a summary already. Like, what are we doing here? Why is this where we are innovating? Bricktech says, can you go into more infos about China's open source AI completely pissing all over US AI? I talked about that a bunch at the outset of the stream, but I'll do another quick recap.
Peace, darling.
Oop.
For an elder is among us.
Ollie, 17 months. Thank you so much. Thank you. We've got the elders here. The elders are in the house. So DeepSeek, real quick, the overview is DeepSeek AI is a open source AI model released by a research firm in China that is not backed by like major corporations. It was cheaper to make, it uses less resources to run, and it's free and open source. You can just use it. You can just run it on your computer if you want. It is also the #1 app in the App Store now because it's also comparable to OpenAI's flagship model, which they're currently charging $200 a month to access. But this is free and better and easier to run. Because of this, and because this happened while the US was like directly sanctioning China to prevent this from happening, and it didn't work, tech stocks just crashed yesterday. About $2.5 trillion were wiped out of the stock market yesterday because some no-name AI company in China undermined the moat that tech companies thought they had. These tech companies thought, these US tech companies thought that they were untouchable, and that's why they've been spending so much money. It's why you can slap AI on anything and suddenly get billions and billions of dollars of investment. They thought it was an infinite money glitch, and this company just undermined their entire theory. So, lol, haha, lol. This was a long overdue market correction to begin with. Like, Nvidia alone lost like $600 billion in value yesterday. That is like twice the previous record of value lost in a day. Nvidia has been way overhyped. We can only hope it now happens eventually to like Tesla and a few other things too, because it has been outrageous. But hopefully, like all the tech bros and tech oligarchs have turned around and tried to explain away why this isn't actually a big deal and the people shouldn't be freaking out and markets blah 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 blah. When in reality, they just had their entire ass shown. They just had random Chinese researchers pull up and pull their pants down in front of the nation, like days after a massive announcement of a huge investment of $500 billion into AI. In one day, an open source project removed more money from the market than was announced to be invested into the market. Oh my God. Nvidia and Broadcom have both made my work life hell, so I love this. Yeah, like these tech companies need to have this correction. They are continuing to operate on infinite growth forever and always, and it's gross and not gonna work. And that's what's happened here. We watched all these companies inflate to an insane degree. And then when something happens, like scientists releasing research that invalidates the need to make all of this be hush-hush and locked away behind corporations, yeah, there's gonna be a reckoning. This shouldn't be a thing that's like secret and for profit, because again, OpenAI has been doing all of this by training off of data that they don't own. So OpenAI has been pillaging data from the internet and then selling it back to you in the form of ChatGPT, which is insane that they're then making a profit off of it and being singularly held up by the US government as like a national security thing. When did we get to the point that a random tech company can just declare itself so important that it needs to be permanently invested in? There's clips of Sam Altman, again, the head of OpenAI. There's clips of Sam Altman basically saying like, yeah, so like the social contract is gonna have to change once all the AI stuff rolls out in true. And it's like, what the fuck are you saying? Who are you? You are the tech CEO of a company, like a private company, making a plagiarism machine. You don't have a degree in sociology, and you don't have a degree in computer science, which is supposed to be the thing that you are leading. And you're getting on video and telling a population that they need to change their culture to better adhere to your product. What? Like, why is this where we are with tech overlords? Of like between this and like Elon Musk being a Nazi influencer? Like, how did we get to the point that this is just okay? And this is just a thing that we're like, this is normal. These massive tech billionaires are de facto world leaders. They're not. They're just dudes. I'm shocked at how much these people think they aren't edible. It's truly wild. DocJFM3 says, few things make me happier than rich people losing money. Yeah. Cradley says, I need to get a new motherboard, CPU and RAM. A new motherboard, CPU, and RAM. was gonna give up not getting a new GPU, but now maybe they won't be so ridiculously expensive. They're probably still gonna be pretty expensive, but they might be slightly less. Deepwater says social contract. Yeah, like the way that people go about their lives and expectations about like how to go about your job, do an interview or whatever. He's basically saying like, oh, you need to be okay with us fundamentally changing the way everything works. Deal with it, because my profits are too important. Like, your life is going to be shaped by my profits, is basically what he's saying. Brickatech says the infinite money glitch mindsets is what is going to doom this economy on repeat over and over. It is... yeah. The short-term gain mindset. The constant chasing of short-term gains from all of these tech companies. I experienced it just on loop forever. When I was working in tech, which I did for like 15 years, every week it was like I was being promised that we'll get back to something to make it work well, to like actually make it good eventually. And then when it comes time to actually make something work well, fix the bugs with it, make it good so that it's a decent user experience, I'm then told that we're now deprioritizing that because we have to meet a new launch date that executives set for some marketing moment. It's always a goddamn marketing moment. That's what they call it. A moment. I'm going to blow my head off. It's so bad. You're just nonstop rushing to the next delivery date to just get a feature out so you can do a press release and move on to the next one. And they don't care about maintaining things, and they don't care about like actually providing a solid experience. They just care about how much they can be in the news to get people to go to their site and sign up and then forget they signed up. Oh, we're out of music. Let's put on Tavern Vibes. Hell yeah. How often did you butt heads with designers in your job? It depended on the job. I had some designers that were extremely, extremely good. I can hydrate. Thank you. I had some designers that were extremely good and could like come to me with the feature almost like half built, at least like with CSS and HTML, to prove that like this is how they wanted it to work. But I've also had designers just not understand what they were designing software for and try to just like come up with cutesy things to make their like signature. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, why is this what you want people to spend resources on? That, and every designer wants to make their own font. Like, every company wants to have their own unique font as part of their branding. And it's like, well, what are you doing? No one cares. No one's like, oh man, I'm so glad that this font makes me feel right at home with, because I can recognize the brand vibes or whatever. Deepwater, thank you for the subscribe. Thank you so very much. I don't know why that is not showing up in my feed, but oh well. Yeah, like so many times I've been at 3 companies where they rolled out a custom font and the response was just people saying, I can't read things now. Like, you didn't consider dyslexia. You didn't consider these
like some kind of hero.
Deepwater, 3 months. Hell yeah. Thank you. Yeah, like they often aren't covering certain characters, like their font is just bad on certain displays or certain resolutions. Long story short, don't fuck with your fonts when people are used to them if you don't need to. Or just like have a toggle or something. Cryptid says, as a designer, just pick a free open source font, otherwise your crap is gonna break. Yeah. Every company just needs to use Poppins and call it a day. Drop your spicy font takes. We're having a font chat here today, apparently. This is the font stream. Tell me everything about your serifs and your sanses and your monospaces and your variable widths. Hello, Sammy Marie. What's up? I can offer help. There. I help. That's helping, apparently. I've helped you. Oh, this is a nice, peaceful thing. Bricktech says, random question. Any advice on search terms / figuring out how to put thoughts into words to make a more coherent online Google search? I just form it as a question, usually. Because like what I want to find is like a blog post that answers that question. So I'll usually just search for something that is a slightly genericized version of the question that I want answered and try to find like a blog post or an article or something about that. The problem is Google is just filled with like AI generated bullshit, just AI slop all over the place. Firstly, they're called typefaces. Deepwater, look, okay, hold on. I appreciate that you subscribed, but you're already on thin ice. Comic Sans is only for teachers. Comic Sans gets hate. It gets so much hate. All text should just be wingdings. We can go back to hieroglyphics. That would be good. I did almost do a wingding font joke in the most recent Stuff Keeps Happening. Sammy Marie says, I want to be Flynn. He is very cozy right now. In fact... Gotta give the boy the kisses. It's important. It's very important to continue giving the boy kisses, because if you don't, he'll be sad. And we don't want a sad boy here. Oh, that double Flynn cam. Flynn cam, best cam. He's been a good boy and just chilling in his bed, making it easy today. What a cozy baby. He is the coziest, and he is the babiest. Inky, hello, says, I'm late, but this is perfect timing. Yep. That is the coziest boy. Always and forever. Always and forever. Crypto says, anyways, I had a reason for asking work-related questions. Do you have any advice on what it feels like? Do you have any advice on when it feels like people are giving you busy work to make it seem like they are doing work? Yeah, you tell them to fuck off and tell them that you're busy watching my stream. And then send them a link to my stream so they can also join. So that we can try to hit partner this year. Seems pretty straightforward. Like, that's just like normal onboarding stuff. You know? That's like normal corporate onboarding. Is you know, whenever you're being harassed by a coworker, you direct them to watch my stream and chill the fuck out. Don't let my boss hear. He's the one giving me busy work. He's not the one giving me busy work. He's on my side. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard because, like, the job that I had, like, the longest job title I held was senior software engineer. So I was a senior software engineer for, like, 10 years? And, like, my job was just to help people get past hard stuff. Like, if people had work they needed to do and couldn't get it done, they would come to me to help with them. And so, like, it was a very fine line between people dumping work on me and it being my job. Pyroexeme says, I work for an insurance company, sadly, and they decided instead of hiring more people or making things better for their employees, they needed their own font. Gotta have our own font. Otherwise, how will people know that it's their favorite insurance company? My God, they cannot help themselves, can they? Oh, my Lord. Crypto says, I got to be a UX UI team lead for 11 months. Did you do good? Did you make a UX and UI? Did you do it? Yeah, like, I actually, like, had to demand a raise or like a promotion to get my senior software engineer title. I was a like mid-level engineer for several years and noticed that, like, I was effectively the tech lead for a team that I was on, and my entire like 2 months in a row, basically every single day was spent just managing Like I was just like managing junior and other mid-level engineers. And I'm like, hey, my boss, I have been doing the job of a senior engineer for months. The fuck gives? And I also found out that somebody that I was managing was making more money than me at the time. And I was like, what the fuck? So they made an adjustment, and that's how I finally got there. Reminder, you have to advocate for yourself. Corporate America does not go out of its way to recognize excellence. Like, I would get consistent positive performance reviews every single time, and not a promotion. I would just get a big old thumbs up. You're doing great. You're a valuable member of the team, so on and so forth. Keep it up. Here's your 2% raise. So you actually have to go out of your way and be like, hi, give me a fucking promotion. New fresh look, same great service. Inky says, oh, the amount of times that I've run into why am I training someone whose salary is higher than mine? Same with why am I converting a PDF for someone whose salary is higher than mine? It is rebellion propaganda. It really is. Yeah, the fact that like converting PDFs and doing slideshows, like it is mind-boggling to me that it's so common in corporate America that for like an email to be received that's like, hey, can you tweak this font color on this slide deck? Like, why is that an email and not just something you did? Like, if you wanted me to change this slide to use a different color, you have access to the document. Just fucking do it. Just say, hey, I wanted to change this thing and I did it, or I made a copy where I made some alterations that I wanted to do. We'll use this version for this thing. Like, why am I now responsible for implementing a few changes you wanted when you were looking at it? It's a matter of clicking a button. But I don't know why I'm analyzing the inefficiency of corporate America, because I cannot think of anything more inefficient than corporate America. Like, straight up, the least well-organized thing I can imagine. The villain here says, secondary reminder, always talk about your pay with your coworkers outside of earshot of your bosses, or inside of earshot of your bosses, because they technically can't do anything about it. Reminder, if you are a person working in America and you can hear the sound of my voice, first of all, hello. Second of all, reminder, they cannot legally prevent you from talking about pay with coworkers. If you have been told that that is their policy, they cannot enforce it. That is not legal. Now, they might do it and fire you anyway, because to be clear, policy, legality, and reality, very different things. So they might still reprimand you, fire you, find some reason to get rid of you. They can absolutely do that because it's just words on a piece of paper. But in theory, according to the law, they cannot prevent you from talking about your salary with coworkers. Inky says, or my new favorite, can you upload this video to insert place here? No, I can't. Epic Failure says, oh, me and a few coworkers always make our huddles about pay. Good. Good. Inky says, I legit didn't know back in the day, and we broke that rule once I found out I was the lowest paid person with the highest paid tenure and KPIs. Yeah, that's why they want you to not do it. Neurospicy says, at my previous job, I had to moderate a meeting at the county DHS, and the meeting was a training session on how to use Microsoft Word to send memos. It was a job I applied for, but was rejected for not being qualified, aka not having a bachelor's degree. It's truly wild. And it's really interesting that it's getting worse too. I mean, it's unsurprising, I guess, but like the whole boomers don't know how to rotate a PDF meme. It's the same for like younger employees too, because they didn't learn how to use Office software, which could just be a matter of we should change the way that office work works. Like, Office software is not necessary in modern day to some degrees. But it is problematic because like people don't know how to type, and they don't know how to like search things. And they don't know how to rotate a PDF. Hoovian Cat 3, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Drucifer says, when I worked at Best Buy as a Geek Squad repair agent, I would show people how to get the Excel sheet that allowed them to look up every single position and pay scale that the position was entitled to. Hell yeah. Peter Pan says, local HR dude here. If you want to get HR to look at departments' pay, talk about your pay with an earshot of your boss a lot. Hell yeah. Thanks for the advice. Good shit. Weedy Potter says it's just frowned upon, like your bare feet out on an airplane. And we're back. We're back to bare, dirty ass feet on airplanes. We've come full circle, back around to workers' rights and dirty feet on airplanes. Crayley says, right, we have workers' rights, but it takes knowing, energy, time, and money to enforce your rights. Yeah. We kind of have workers' rights. Kind of. The pay for that job was $38 an hour. Dear Lord. Tomato says, I was told never to tell anyone with the same position as me how much I make, because I make much more than the rest of them. Guess I was the only one that asked for an amount of money that made sense. I have a personal story similar to that, but it's a very specific case in which that's actually kind of okay, which is when I worked tech at a theater, I was one of the only people who was like in a new crop of hires that was like graduated from high school, and it was a bunch of like high school summer positions otherwise. And we were in a room where everyone was told how much we were going to be making, and it was like $12 an hour or something like that. And later on that day, the tech director like came up with a bullshit excuse to have me follow him into a supply closet to help him with something, because he wanted to get me in private to tell me that I was making significantly more because I technically had like a GED or whatever, or I had a high school degree. So I was getting like 20 an hour or something, but he was like, don't tell anyone. But it was because they're like high school students and they're not going to handle that well. And also it is a matter of they were like part-time high schoolers versus I was doing like a higher degree of work that was more dangerous and more shit rested on my shoulders. So like it made sense, but it still was awkward. Like it was still very weird. And I had to be like very careful about receiving my paychecks. Sammy Marie says, I never attended school a day in my life, but this chat is making me feel smart because at least I can somewhat work the internet. Yeah, a lot of people went through all of school and didn't quite learn much or how to do anything. It is genuinely, like I'm learning the hard way, and I don't know if it's getting worse. It might be getting worse, but I'm learning the hard way that people really, really, really don't know how to do things. If I post something that gives some instructions, and the instructions aren't as verbose and step-by-step as I can possibly make them, people will get lost and confused and ask for help. Like, it's quite literally the instructions unclear meme. But for things like, if I say, search for local mutual aid groups in your area, people don't know what that means. I'm getting questions from people saying, what is that? What do you mean by search? And I say, like, Google. And they're like, what do I Google? And I had to literally say, like, in quotes, mutual aid groups near, put your town's name here. Like, they needed the exact string of words to enter into Google to feel like they could actually do it. And, like, I don't know who is responsible for that level of like learned helplessness, but the notion that like I think a lot of it has to do with how anytime that you try to leave an app to go to a website, fucking every app is like, warning, you're leaving the app. You have no idea what could be out there waiting in the shadows of the internet. You're about to leave the safe space that we've created for you, and you are going to be murdered the second that you click OK. Do you want to click OK? And so people are like terrified to go explore websites and just go look at the internet. We're being raided. Fanakari is raiding us. Hello, welcome in, raiders. What's going on? And hello, McKay96.
Hello.
Gotta go fast? Oh shit. I can go fast. So, that was fast, right? That was real fast. You might not have seen it because of how fast I went. He spooked Flynn. Yeah, Flynn's like, what? Are we getting hype? Or what? Goodwill pays their disabled employees under minimum wage. Goodwill is not very good. It is truly. Oh yeah, can we get a shout out for Fanakari? Yes, yes. Go follow. There we go. Thank you for the raid, Fanakari, and welcome in. Goodwill kind of sucks, and also it's insane that anyone can be paid below minimum wage, and it is wild that we're just casually okay legally with paying disabled people less because they're disabled. Like, again, as a reminder, disability is a function of capitalism. Like, the term disability exists because because capitalism basically defines the worth of a person by their ability. And like, that is not okay, and not how most of human history worked. Like, humanity didn't follow the social norms of how Sparta is portrayed in 300. I think we broke an entire generation of boy minds into thinking that that was the right way to go about having a society where if your baby is born with a disability, you bring them out to die on a cliff somewhere or whatever. Like, that, the juxtaposition of that with the just intense amount of testosterone in that movie and the amount of glistening abs in that movie broke the brains of like an entire generation of boys into thinking that is what man is. It is not. It is just not. Once again, for good measure, any social movement that leaves behind disabled and queer people is not a worthwhile social movement. Forever. Itane says the idea that they should be grateful they were given an opportunity to work at all, so it's okay to pay them pennies is sweat. Yeah, it's okay to pay them pennies for sweatshop labor. God, talking is hard. Yeah, the notion that they're like worth being paid less or like they should be grateful, insane, truly egregious. And not to mention, first of all, I don't want to like bummer post for too long. But y'all should be aware, if you weren't, that like they are moving forward with banning trans people from the US military, which is a genuine national security risk because there's so many trans NetSec researchers. There are so many trans and furry network security researchers in the US government. There is a very big overlap between furries, trans people, and people who are very interested in special interests of computer science. And they're all being pushed out, which is absurd and dangerous. What was I saying before that? I had a point. Oh, yeah, like there's a big overlap between the trans community and the like autistic community and disabled community. Like there's a big overlap between them. And so like a lot of those people have like multiple of those things. The Venn diagram is almost a circle. Yeah, like there's well, that's probably referring to the NetSec stuff. But there's a lot of people who are trans and autistic and disabled. Like they a lot of times go hand in hand just because of how things get molded in people's experiences, and also just like how these things express themselves. And so like it's just a quadruple whammy, and it's such a waste because it's not like these people don't have a ton to offer, right? Like it's not like trans furry hackers have done some of the biggest hack takedowns in the world, and like Hopefully they turn this anger towards the US government. Hopefully. Let's see. Fanakri says, I got fired from my last job because I dislocated my hip and needed a cane. Apparently it was against the rules to have a mobility aid as it made me a liability. That is super, super extremely illegal. Like, so illegal. Like, holy damn. Like, that's so illegal. You could get a lot of money. You should talk to an employment lawyer. I was diagnosed with migraines from Mayo Clinic, and I won't put that on an application. Yeah, like... And then throw on the whole thing with, like, people who have children, right? If you're a child-rearing person and you get pregnant, you are now, like, just devalued in the eyes of the entire country, except you also lose control over your own shit. I don't know. It is, makes me very, very upset. I don't want to bring down the vibes too much, but my goodness, it is a problem. Avatar Song says, hi, I'm trans and furry, but not a hacker. Look, I'm gonna need you to step it up, all right? You gotta represent. At the very least, get a cheap laptop with Linux running on it. Like, get a cheap, shitty laptop running Arch Linux. You don't have to do anything with it. Just have it in your possession, you know? Like, at the very least. Panakri says, I talked to multiple lawyers and they said that I signed the contract and they had no power. Employment contracts are gross. Like, first of all, like the non-compete clause shit, which is like going back and forth on legality, where it's like, oh, if you work here, you have to promise to not work at a company that might offer you a better position for however many years. Or like NDAs and stuff. So if you leave the company, like, don't tell people how shitty we were to you for however long. Hello, Milo. Did I already say hi? Hello, Milo. How's it going? Cryptid says your lawyers suck. You cannot enforce a contract that violates federal law. Hell yeah. Let's get Fanakri a payday. Everyone, we will collectively be Fanakri's lawyer. We will all turn into one amalgam and become lawyer. We are lawyer. Sorry, lawyer. Okay? We are lawyer. Everybody, this is the sign. This is our solidarity sign. We are lawyer. Okay? Everyone do it with me. We are lawyer. Can't tell if he's being serious or picking on me. Nah, I'm being serious. We are lawyer. We are legion. We are lawyer legion. All I can think of is the farmer's jingle. We are lawyer. Sammy says, my mother didn't send me to school or homeschool me. And I have a mild cerebral palsy, a ton of severe allergies, and the tism. I've got the weirdest handful of jobs. So you went to like no form of formal education? Like you both like didn't go to school and weren't homeschooled? Did you like what? Like what? That's very fascinating. What kind of like math and stuff do you know? I'm genuinely curious to know like what your expertise is, given that you didn't go through a standardized curriculum. Which, like, to be clear, I don't think standardized curriculums make sense. But I'm also not an educator, so I don't really have that strong an opinion. I can hydrate. Thought that was the Luigi sign. I did see that Netanyahu and Trump are going to both be in DC like within a week. So I mean, if there's a Luigi out there who's looking for a discount, like a 2-for-1, a buy one get one free. Cryptid says, I come from a family of educators and have lots of opinions. Sammy says, the kind I could learn from the little $5 K through first grade books you can buy from Walmart. Oofa. To be fair, I thought I was really good at math until I got to calculus. And then I realized I'm a dumbass. So it's all good. I hydrate, you hydrate, we don't dihydrate. GL to all the Luigis out there. I know it's not gonna happen, but like Netanyahu comes to America relatively frequently, and it's like, we do have a lot of guns here. I mean, I don't know. Calc is hard. Calc is really, really hard. Integrals, derivatives. Like I like pre-calc, I remember being like, this is getting a little difficult. I thought I was like breezing through math stuff, but this is getting a little hard. And then calc, no. Microeconomics shattered my self-confidence because I partly blame that on the horribly monotone professor that had the class at 9 p.m. and lab at 7 a.m. Oh no. Werewolf Romance says, I took Algebra 1 for 4 years and couldn't pass. Sorry, Algebra 2. Algebra was, for me, when I started like really excelling. Like I was able to internalize algebra really, really well, and it's partly because like I was already doing programming by then. And so like algebra is just variables and variables are programming. So like algebra made sense to me and gave me a false sense of security moving into calculus. I took pre-calc, then I took calc 1 in high school. And when I went to college, they made me retake calc 1 because they were like, nah, high school calc doesn't count. You have to do, it was an AP calculus. I took AP calculus and scored high on the exam, like enough to get a college credit, but they were like, don't bother. Like you need to retake it. So I had to retake calculus in college, even though I had already taken it in high school. And French.
Sounds like rebellion propaganda to me.
I took like eight years cumulatively of French because I was 1 semester short of being able to get out of the foreign language credit for college from the number of years of French that I took in high school. If I had taken 1 more year of French in high school, I would have not had to take any foreign language in college. But because I was 1 year short, I had to start from the beginning of the foreign language track and take several more years of French just to get that credit. Ugh, I'm so mad. It's all dumb logistics. I really enjoyed college, but I also really hated college. Oh my Manny, thank you for the follow. Same with Noah Barto, Ossoul Gaming, Werewolf Romance, Mike K96. Thank you all for the follows. Thank you. Do you remember any of the French? I mean, no. Like that's the thing, is that I took all that French and I don't speak French. Like I can sort of, but I don't. If you show me very basic French, I could maybe suss out what it's saying, but I never understood how to learn a language. I just tried to brute force it. It's mostly a function of like, you don't learn how to learn until you learn that you need to learn how to learn. And if you don't learn that, you're just screwed. And so I think the people who were good at school and who like did good consistently, that like, the people who just got straight A's all the time, I think they learned how to learn. And also that aligned with like, they wanted to do that well, right? Like that was the thing that they did. The thing that I did was like build games and come up with ideas and whatnot. Like I didn't want to do school. School wasn't my hobby, right? But I think there are people who like learning and school was their hobby. Yes. Anyway, I am terrible at learning languages. Never went to college, always wanted to, but every time I tried, the sky would fall and I had other things to worry about. College is interesting. Like, I liked it for the social experience. I wouldn't want that now. But I do tell myself that, like, I want to go enroll in some, like, history course at a community college just to, like, learn new things, you know? Now that I understand what learning is like, that would be interesting. And also, if I didn't have to care about my grades. Like, if I wasn't worried about getting a degree and I could just appreciate learning things, that would be much better. Avatar Song says, I never learned how to learn. I was just good at school, and then I got to college and realized that stuff wasn't making sense. Same. Like, I was good at pattern recognition and getting things completed so that I didn't have to worry about it anymore. Then I got to college, and I was like, oh, I don't know shit. As a native French speaker, why? Like, why learn French? It was primarily because my grandmother is French-Canadian. So I wanted to be able to like speak to her in her native language, which she barely even remembers how to speak French anymore. And also French-Canadian French is very different from like French. Inky says, but you program? I do enjoy doing programming at things. Yo, we tavern here. Holy shit. Mm. Thanks for being my background while I'm doing fish tank cleaning. Tell your fish I said hi. Tell them I said... Thank you. Ollie says, I'm going to disagree. The straight A folks were good at regurgitating information, not necessarily learning. They at least were able to prioritize the drive to do it, right? Like, there's still... I disagree with the way that, like, schools work, right? But there's still, like... I can still give them credit for having put in the work that I wasn't able to do. And even if they are just regurgitating stuff... They were playing the game, and they
wait.
They got
subscribed.
Better grades than I did, and more opportunities than I did because of it. Not healing you, just subbed with Prime. Thank you so very much. Thank you very much. Welcome. Katwib1 says, I got straight A's because I had a good memory and my ADHD demanded perfection. See, I had the ADHD that was like, I need to complete whatever assignment is in front of me as fast as possible. And I would frequently be the first one done with a given test or quiz or whatever. I would just like get the thing, complete it as fast as I can. Not because I was trying to be the first one done, but just because I hate things not being done. So I would try to finish it ASAP, and I'd be sitting there like, all right, now what? And my teacher would be like, go check your answers. And I'm like, no, I hate that. Stop it. I want to move forward. What's next? It's almost like trying to teach people by blanketly treating them all the exact same in your approach to teaching them is not going to be equally effective for everyone. And so I didn't care. Hello, Canklet. What's up? Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. We're talking about school right now. We've got a cozy boy over there. So that's really good. Crayley says, I was also very fast, not very motivated or determined, but got decent grades. Yeah, I got like A's, B's, and C's. Mostly A's and B's. I think the only C I got in high school was like in health. Yeah, I was like A's and B's. My brother was whole ass straight A. I just didn't care. I didn't care about school. I still tried because I didn't want to get in trouble, but that was the only reason that I tried, was to not get in trouble. Weird how now I work really hard to overwork myself to not get in trouble with imaginary entities. Strange that. Spin That Dice says, my problem is that I'm extremely book smart, but didn't do the homework. I had no motivation. Yeah, homework sucks. People in China apparently don't, or think that Americans don't have homework. I've been told by a bunch of people on Red Note that it is common belief there that American students don't get homework and that all of our schools are like immaculate, which could not be further from the truth. Weedy Potter says, I excelled at classwork, but didn't have the structure or motivation to do homework. Yeah, I mean, I just didn't want to be a part of any of it. I just was elsewhere the whole time. Hello is some name. What's up? How's it going? I'm going to take one more quick break and throw up another quick ad break. I apologize. I hate ads too, but with TikTok going away, I am trying to find more ways to bring in a bit more income to keep this sustainable. So I'm going to run an ad break. I'm going to take a quick step away. And when I come back, I think I might hop on to Palia. We'll see. We'll see. But I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Just admit that you need a pee break. I mean, yeah, sure. But also, normally I wouldn't run ads because I hate them, but I'm trying it now because... Anyway, I'll be back. I'm back. What's up? What'd I miss? Anything important? Anything at all? Let's see. Has Palia finished updating is the question. And do I want to play Palia or do I want to play something else? I think I'm going to play some Palia. Nice chill times. Chill times with the Palia. Hello, Polaris system. Welcome in. Welcome in. Fuck a chill game, time to be angry. Alright. Alright. This music is, inspiring. I'm launching on Steam, which I don't actually know if I've launched this on Steam before. So it might take over my entire computer screen and I might freak out for a second. And if so, just hold on to your butts. Because it might get wacky and wild. Or maybe it's just going to sit at running install script and not actually ever launch. That might happen too. Unclear. Ooh, I guess I could also play Balatro. Interesting. Oh, okay. Well, Palia launched. Fine. Guess I'll do that. Palia. I said Palia. I said Palia. Hello? There it is. Okay, we got it. We got it. Look at the boy. Oh, damn. Okay. The boy looks good. The boy looks good. I should change my stuff, huh? My stream info. Playing Palia. Done. For those who are not familiar with Palia, it's just kind of like a super cozy online MMO cozy game kind of thing. Cozy. That's basically it. Imagine every cozy game that you can think of, but then like combine them into one and make it like an MMO, and that's Palia. That's Palia, baby. This looks so cute. OMG. Yeah, this game is lovely. It also has like some of the best house customization that I've seen. Whoa. Oh no. I thought that was gonna happen. I actually hit the maximum duration of my camera being on. That's funny. All right. Just a little scuff. Just a little scuff. We're good. We're good. We're good. Look at my little boy. Look at my little man though. Look at he's my good boy right there. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. He's sploot. Oh, he's sploot. Okay. Okay. So yeah, Palia is just kind of like a crafting, building, furnishing your house, making a thing. This is also I have a security crab. This is my security crab. You have to pass inspection before you can enter the home. So you got to show respect to the security crab. But yeah, got my house, got my very, very good little modern bookshelf here. Change my clothes. What do we got going on? What kind of outfits we got? Saved outfits. Good. Ah, yes. I remember now. Perfect. Or, oh, also very good. Also very good. Okay, apparently all of my stuff just doesn't have pants anymore. This is not a bad fit. It's not bad. It's not bad. Okay. So this is where I got a whole bunch of fishies. I got a bunch of fishies in my tent over here. Just a whole lot of fishies. Fishies all over the place. And then this is my little crafting tent. So let's it's been a long time. I have not played Palia in like months. So we're gonna have to remember how to play this game, one, and two, get everything going again. So we're gonna have to do a whole bunch of just kind of kicking the tires, etc., making everything go. So let's get all this stuff crafting. Let's craft some bars. Let's craft some planks. Craft some glass. Oh, I don't have any rocks. Let's see. Open this up. I'm just gonna deposit all this crap from my inventory because I don't know what half of it is, and I'll figure all that out later. But what I want to do right now, what I really want to do, is mine things mindlessly. Get it? Mine, like mining, mindlessly. All right. Let's do it. Okay, says I gotta get back to work. Thank you all for the raid. Thank you for the raid fun. This was fun. Very good. Thank you for stopping by. I just gotta figure out where the hell the exit to my little plot is here. Also, I forgot that I've got the elephants that I float on, which is really good. Just so very good. Just a couple of elephants. That's how paragliding works. Oh, and they squeak. Normally it's a paraglider, but for me, elephants. Legend of Fortnite Valley. Yeah. Really, really, really is. It's just a blatant, like, what if we just combine all these games? I can't believe this game is free. It looks like so much content. It's really fun, and it's got a pretty decent amount of content. Lots of like good character building stuff going on, or like relationship building with all the different like NPCs and such. They make money through the cosmetic outfits. So like that. What? Why? Why is this happening? Oh. My camera is like overheating, I think. Oh well, we'll see. We'll see if that's the case. Okay. I just heard the, like, there's flowwood somewhere sound. So I'm gonna go try to find that flowwood wherever it may be. Squeak? Shriek a squeaky? That's the sound they make. Literally where did the flowwood happen at, though, is the thing. Man, I haven't played video games in a long time. What do you even do in a video game? I mean, I've just been playing Balatro, which is not a video game. It's more like a lifestyle. Where is the Grove? Hello, Fizz Hazel. What's up? Welcome in. Can I have a carriage house, though? Or a stable? Oh, yeah, there's a whole bunch more, building blocks and whatnot you can do now. Like, they have, like, whole-ass, like, complete freeform building stuff now. I really need to, like, catch up on all the new things. I've not touched any of that.
You dingus.
I am a dingus. I'm sorry. I can hydrate. Balatro feeds the brain itch in a way that other games do not. It really, really does. Where is my free purple wood? I want my purple stuff. Moist guts, my guy. Look. My guts are nothing if not moist. That's how it feels jumping back on to D2 since I don't want to doom scroll currently. I don't know what's worse. Doom scrolling or guardianing. Probably doom scrolling.
Hello.
I wish I wanted to still play more Destiny, but I kind of think I'm done. I loved that game. I just don't see myself really getting back into it. I saw somebody ask about Final Fantasy as well. It's the kind of thing where, like, I would love to play Final Fantasy 14 and, like, make it a thing that I do, but it is too much for me right now. Like, I have so much stuff that I'm trying to track. Onboarding to a gargantuan game like that is just not in the cards for me. Ooh, there's like new UI for picking stuff up. That's sweet. Getting shit. Oh my god. Okay, internal. Okay. I need to let my camera cool down for a bit. Apparently, I keep getting an error message saying internal temperature too hot, allowed to cool down. So, we're gonna just do this. Where's the add a video capture? There. There's my webcam temporarily while my actual camera cools down. Enjoy. You're watching Flynn play. So I told him his face is sweet and he tried to hide his camera. Yeah, the camera died. It's overheating right now. So I'm just gonna give it a little bit of time to cool off before turning it back on, which is a bit annoying, but oh well. That's what happens. Yes, perfect. Damn, if I knew that I could just be a VTuber by way of just having my dog where my camera is, then I would have been doing this way earlier. Oh, speaking of VTuber, I found this is gonna be great. I found a draft in one of my social media apps that I had never ended up posting, and I was like, I don't remember having a draft here, so I went to read what it said. The draft read, I don't know what my VTuber model would be if I had one, but he would definitely have huge fucking knockers. And I stand by that, but it's probably a good thing that I didn't post it. No jokes, my dog likes seeing Flynn. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hello, my darling. Hello, Tamala.
Darling.
Hello, how are you doing? Do you want anything? Do you need anything in the world? Do you need some company, maybe? Yeah? I'm feeling exuberant with a bit of nostalgic ennui mixed in. What about you? Well, now I'm feeling happy. That's it? I do find happiness such a dull emotion. I prefer exuberance or joy. Damn. Shit. My happiness wasn't good enough for her. Ah! Do you want anything I have? I have items. I can give you an item. No, you don't? God damn it. What do you want? You want a lunar fairy moth. I can absolutely do that for you. It's time to go get a lunar fairy moth. Because we are simps. Because we are simps. That is just what happens. I see her and I remember that I am nothing but a pile of organs. But I feel like I can't be blamed for my mistakes and my actions. Because I'm not responsible for my actions. I'm an American. We love simps. Sims make the world go round. They're like half the economy right now. Catching frenzy. Oh, hell yeah. America. Okay, but hey, can the sun not rise? I need to find a lunar fairy moth for my literal wife. But instead I'm just finding all these lantern bugs. I don't want a paper lantern bug. Ah, yes, a white man, not responsible for his actions. Quick, find the nearest woman to blame. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand why I need to be held to these standards of having standards when I can simply not and be rewarded for my inadequacy. What's the problem? Why can't I just fail upwards? Seems reasonable to me. That deer was freaking out. Milo says, going back to drawing, y'all behave. We will not. We will not behave. I can't believe you would even suggest that. But enjoy drawing. Where's... Okay. I'm sad that I wasn't able to find a lunar fairy moth, because totally would have gotten me laid, but now it's not happening. Hello, Cactus Bear. How's it going? Welcome in, welcome in. My camera is currently overheated. For those who are curious, if you've just joined us, my camera is overheating right now. So I'm letting it cool off a bit. Don't exactly know. That's new to me. Don't exactly know how the overheating happened, but so be it. So instead, we've just got the Flynn cam up. Ooh, what's this? It's a fern. It is literally a set piece. It is just a literal fern. Okay. Flynn cam, best cam, no offense. Offense taken. It's Flynn's stream now. He is playing the game with his mind. He is about as cozy as this game, I will say. Oh. That's a common blue butterfly. God damn it. I thought that was the thing I needed. Now I'm never going to get laid. What's even the point of having a hobby if it doesn't get you laid? God damn it. I'm a Flynn tuber now. What's this game about besides wearing incredibly stylish shorts? You're right. This game is primarily about wearing incredibly stylish shorts. But just imagine like 3D Stardew Valley MMO, and that's what this game is. Resource collection, etc., etc. Build a house, etc. Do some farming, etc. Crafting stuff, etc., etc. Oh wow, you're still alive? What, was I not supposed to be live? Was I supposed to run away? Scared and afraid? Tail tucked between my legs? Panakri says, I got my newest VOD muted because a SoundCloud made a Sonic cover. I think this is why I left Twitch. Ugh, better than zombie TikTok. I am pretty sure that my last one also got muted because I tried to export it and it did not work. I remember that I played that song clip to be like, hey, this is like a really wild time signature. Fish! What are you? What are you? I got a koi plushie! I just got a koi plushie! What? It's an epic. I just got an epic drop, y'all. Holy shit, we're going back to my house right now. We're gonna go put that somewhere. We're gonna display that. Let's see, can I turn my camera back on? It appears as such. So, sorry, Flynn. I'm back, at least for now. We'll see how long. We'll see how long this lasts. Okay. I gotta put this... Ooh. See, that's just wonderful. See, this is great. Like, Nope. 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 There it is. Okay. Can I sit? I thought you could sit now. Nope. There we go. That's a video game. I'm chilling with my koi plushie.
Hello.
What do you got going on? Hello, Casual King 21. What's up? Welcome in. Oh, I've got letters. I've got mail. That's a lot of words. Too bad I'm not reading them. I'm invited to enjoy the very finest that Kalima has to offer. Little Village is grateful to host Subira, a legendary member of the Order. This honorable watcher has given decades of her life to protecting our people, and welcoming her is the least we can do. Consider your attendance mandatory. Oh yeah, I need to go unlock Fed Mommy. Okay, okay. Talk to Ash between 6 p.m. and 12 a.m. Can do. Yeah, we need to unlock Fed Mommy, because there's a character in this game who's a Fed, but also... like, you know, I would say Hamana Hamana is the way I would describe it. I'm just saying, if she was assigned to create a dossier on yours truly,
Hello.
I wouldn't have too many issues with that. Hello, Joystick Bunny. Oh, there's like snow and stuff. Man, I really have not been on in a long time. I did not know there was like snow on the ground. That's cute. Art imitates life? Wait. Because I'm a simp? In art?
Want a big adventure?
Hello. What do you want? A cerulean cicada. Dog. That's pretty intense. I don't actually know where that is or how to get that. But supposedly I'll find out. Alright, well it's 6 a.m. currently, so I'm gonna have to wait a bit. I guess we'll just do some resource gathering in the meantime. Of some kind. Oh, it's a chopper. I'm gonna shoot you in the butt. I missed. I hit. Give me your loot. I got fur. Oh, my bow is very nearly dead. I should probably go repair that, huh? No, because you were a guy sitting down, playing a game where you were sitting down with your new plush. That's a good point. If only I could, like, get a game, or if I could get a computer in my house in Palia to play Palia. Then we could truly Ouroboros this game. Ooh, fishing. This game is so fucking dangerous to play with ADHD. It's just like, ooh, resource. Ooh, other resource. Ooh, quest line. Ooh. Neurospice, you gotta run. Take care. Be well. Thank you for hanging out. Hope you had a good time. Look at my stance. Look at my focus. So you know what game I really want to play on stream, but don't feel like setting up a capture card and my Switch and everything, but I guess I could look into just emulating it, is Fire Emblem Three Houses. I follow somebody on Blue Sky who is playing it for the first time. I love that game, and I have played through it like a million times. But I feel like it could be a really fun game to play on stream, because it's a good, like, you get to make a lot of decisions for a lot of boys. You just get a whole bunch of boys. Some of the boys are girls, but you get a bunch of boys, and you get to, like, choose what they do, like what kind of skill sets they have, like what kind of a fighter they are, and whatnot. And so you can, like, really start to get kind of funny and wild with it. There's, like, a character who's, like, this big beefy boy, and you can make him, like, your dancer, and he's just, like, running around the battlefield, being all thick and hunky, dancing at people. It's so good. I love Fire Emblem. It's one of my favorite franchises. And I quote a character from that game's DLC like every single day, because there's a character in the Fire Emblem Three Houses DLC named Constance, and Constance has, like, an affliction where if she's in sunlight, she's basically like manic depressive, but based on the sun. So if she's in sunlight, she's, like, super weak and has, like, stat reductions. But if she's indoors, she's, like, perfectly normal and fine. And she has a completely different personality. If she's outside, she's like fucking Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh. But when she's inside, she's like Jinx from Arcane. And because of that, if you go outside, or if you're playing a battle outside and you have her with you, one of her, like, lines that she can say when you select her as a unit is just going, "The sun." And I say that literally whenever I step outside and I'm, like, blinded by the sun. I'm always just like, "The sun." I am a dingus. But yeah, it's a daily thing. Like, it's just part of my lexicon is the sun. Gotta go do adult stuff. Gonna lurk and listen. Can do. Thanks for hanging out. I'm probably going to be wrapping the stream up in a little bit here, because I do need to go eat some lunch. Your boy is a hungry one. But yeah. As a reminder, I'm streaming every Tuesday and Thursday morning starting at 10 a.m. US Eastern, as well as just sort of like whenever I feel like it. So keep an eye out for, like, random stream notifications. If you want to make sure that you get pinged, you can join my Discord server, which has an option to enroll for notifications when I go live. But you can also follow me on Blue Sky and Mastodon or wherever else, and you'll see go live notifications there. So there will be no shortage of opportunities to hang, as it were, to vibe. What am I doing? Beware, you'll be regularly rated by me. Our schedules overlap. Okay, I'll have to look into a like custom raid sound for you. I want to get back to that. One of the things I want to let people customize is like an intro message, and maybe like an intro sound, so that when you join chat for the first time, the stream will, like, play your custom intro message or intro sound. I could probably do the same thing for rating too. Fishing. Spotted bullhead. That was my nickname in high school. Okay, I'm gonna catch this fishy, and then I think I'm gonna go get some lunch. Get some lunch. Come on, fishy. Come on, fishy, fishy. Get on that hook. Get on that hook. Get on that hook. Oh, yeah. Reeling you in. Don't be flopping around. Trying to get fancy on me, you golden salmon. You think you're so special? Because you're gold? All right, well, I didn't last super, super long, but I didn't realize how hungry I was. Turns out, when lunchtime happens, you get hungry. Weird. Brickartect Goose says, how does one set up those custom sounds with chat audience interactions? I am doing a way extra, like, completely custom system, so I don't have a good answer for you, but I will eventually maybe have a good answer for you, because I'm also building all of my, like, custom systems to be usable by anyone. So I will answer that question in a few months, probably. So, anyway, thank you all for hanging out with me today. This has been a lovely stream. I'm hoping to be doing random extra additional streams more. I would love to, like, in the evening sometime too, just to have people who are not at this time slot being able to actually pop into the stream. So thank you so very, very much. Let me do some call outs and plugs and whatnot. Be sure you're following my YouTube. That is like my primary place that I'm focusing my content work now. I'm designing most of my stuff for YouTube, and if I can make a clip to post to TikTok or whatever, then I will. But primarily focusing on YouTube moving forward. I'm very close to 20,000 subscribers, so if you haven't followed me on YouTube yet, absolutely go do that. I've also got a VODs channel you can follow that has all of the VODs for these streams. They go out right after they're done, and they're just there. My Patreon is also a great way to support me right now. Subscriptions start at $3 a month, and you get access to everything. There's a huge backlog of content, and I just recently posted the January patrons-only Q&A video, which goes over a whole bunch of stuff, including what constitutes dev dinner. So, with all of that said, thank you all so very much. Flynn thanks you all very much, too, as you can see. He's like, wait, what? What are we doing? What is Flynn doing? I'm not actually here right now. Please leave a message. I'm gonna lay back down. Yeah. Thank you all so much for hanging out. Take care. Be well. I will see you. I will see you again soon.
Beef.
Beef, indeed. Bye-bye.